So, in this whole age of AI, there's this one thing you hear over and over again, right? Data is king. We're constantly told that the quality of your data is the single most important thing for success. It's the fuel that makes the whole engine run. And, it makes a lot of sense. Better data in should mean better AI results out. It's a pretty straightforward idea, and it's shaped how tons of businesses and tech companies are spending their money. But what if that's not the whole story? What if focusing only on data quality is actually making us miss a much bigger, more fundamental issue? That's exactly what we're going to get into in this explainer. Okay, let's dive in. We need to talk about this idea that's really starting to gain some traction. It's called the capability gap. And it's a really powerful concept that completely reframes how we should be thinking about getting ahead with AI. So here's the crucial point. The capability gap isn't just about who has AI and who doesn't. It's really about how AI acts like an amplifier for the strengths you already have. So organizations that are already running smoothly, the ones with really solid foundations, they don't just get a little bump from AI. No, they get a massive, disproportionate boost. And that just widens the chasm between them and everybody else. Okay, so how does this actually play out in the real world? Let's look at the evidence and see how this gap starts to grow, both for individuals and for entire organizations. First, let's just talk about people. AI can absolutely make us more productive, more capable, but, and this is a really big but, that growth isn't even across the board. Someone who already has strong skills, good judgment, and a deep well of knowledge is going to use AI tools way more effectively than someone starting from scratch. So while everyone gets a little bit of a lift, the top performers get a supercharged boost, making that personal capability gap even wider. This quote just nails the dynamic at the company level. It's that classic the rich get richer scenario. It's not that AI is useless for companies that are struggling. They will see some benefits. The problem is that the more capable companies see relatively bigger benefits, which just lets them pull further and further ahead over time. This really gets to the heart of why this happens. So why do these more capable organizations get so much more out of AI? Well, yeah, they often have better data, but the real secret sauce is that their fundamentals are already rock solid. Their people, their processes, their systems, they're all working together like a well-oiled machine. You can see the difference right here. AI can't fix a broken foundation, it can only build a skyscraper on top of a solid one. So this brings us to the main takeaway here. If the goal is to really truly tap into the power of AI, where should we be putting our energy? Now let's be super clear. Data quality is still incredibly important. You have to have it. But thinking it's the only piece of the puzzle is a huge mistake. It's necessary, for sure, but it's just not enough on its own. The true foundation, the thing that lets AI create a real sustainable advantage, is your organization's capability. That means investing in your people, their skills, their judgment. It means tightening up your processes so they're efficient and they all connect. And it means building systems that support this whole structure. When you get those three things, people, processes, and systems all working in harmony, you've created the perfect launchpad for AI to just amplify your success. So all of this really boils down to one final and I think pretty essential question you should be asking yourself. And when you ask that, don't just think about your data lakes or your fancy algorithms. Think about your people, your processes, and your systems. Because at the end of the day, that's where the real advantage is going to be won or lost. That is the capability gap.